Hey, what's going on with it once again? Ladies and gentlemen, fanboys and fangirls of the one, the only, of course, Mr. Criticism Guy 2009, aka Nintendo Sony Free 2011, and today, I actually want to do something a little bit more interesting. I'm probably going to have to do a two-part video on this, just in case, but I'm trying to make this as quick, as fast as possible, because it's Wednesday right now. Usually, most of you guys know Wednesday and Thursday, I got a lot of errands and stuff to do, so, other than that, without further ado, hopefully you read the top 6, the title below. Up above and below, wherever you want to call it, wherever YouTube fucking titles are these days. Top 6 deadliest Pokemon that can kill you and destroy you. So, if they were real, of course. So, coming in number 5, as you can plainly see, we got Amistar. And we actually have 2 of them. I actually chose both of the fossil Pokemon, Kabutops and Amistar. The reason why, even though I do like Kabutops a little bit more, the reason why I chose both of these Pokemon is because obviously they were fossil Pokemon. If any people grew up in the 90s like I did, back in my 90s childhood days, just like everyone else sort of had, just saying. The reason why extremely deadly, I'm not doing it by design or category or anything like that. I'm just doing it by, status, not maybe even status either. Just, killer instincts, that type of shit. But not the Xbox One shitty-ass game. Anyways, let's start with Kabutops first. The reason why Kabutops is extremely deadly, besides the obvious big giant scythes that it has for arms, is number 1. Obviously, he uses Giga Drain. He can suck the living hell out of blood. And shout out to, give him a shout out on my other channel, Nintendo Sony Free 2011. I'm going to give him another one over here. Blaze Movie Fan, I know he actually did a video about it yesterday about Kabutops being his favorite Pokemon, so I'll put the link down below if you want to learn more about him. But other than that, the reason why he's deadly is because he can drink blood and it sucks the nutrients and the liquids out of living things and organisms. Imagine that shit tenfold in reality. This thing would be a threat to humanity and pretty much kill every human on Earth. There were a million of these, if they were real, of course. And speaking of which, besides him, he can learn a lot of extremely powerful moves. He does Swords Dance and everything like that. Slash, Night Slash. Anything that has to do with claws or fangs. Pretty much Kabutops is the number 1 Pokemon to use that shit on. And let's get back to the Amistar. The reason why I chose Amistar is because, it pretty much goes hand in hand with Kabutops because, they're both the Helix and the Dome Fossil. There's a lot of jokes and memes out there on the internet. You can look out there for yourself. It'll explain it a lot funnier and a little bit better than I can. But the thing is that this guy right here is extremely powerful. He has kind of shitty-ass moves like Spike Cannon and like the typical Water Gun, tackle type of moves when he's Ammonite. But when he evolves into Armor Star level 40, like Kabuto evolves into Kabutops, he's pretty much a threat to be reckoned with, except for Spike Cannon. That's the only move that's pretty shitty. You could teach a Blizzard, any ice type, rock type move you could think of and imagine. You could pretty much put onto this thing, give it some, leftovers, Mystic Water, any of those power-up type of elemental items or abilities you want to give it to this Pokemon. Definitely give it to this Pokemon because he is definitely worth doing. You can roll into boulders, smash boulders like 10 times its height. 10 times its weight, can grab things like crazy. It's a tentacle Pokemon, not like Tentacruel. No hentai, porn jokes, or anything like that. A lot of you people could figure it out yourself. Another reason I put him out here is because of the giant spikes it has on his back. Imagine that thing cutting into a car, a 14, 18-wheeler or something. That thing will be dead within seconds. Literally. That's why these 2 are number 5, both tying on the list. Coming in at number 4, a little bit different. I know a lot of people wouldn't expect this, but I put Spiritomb on the list. The reason why I put Spiritomb on the list, and I actually separated these in generations 1 through 6, even though I haven't played X and Y or anything like that, but a lot of you people probably had by now. I did play a demo of it last year. It was alright. When it was first brand new, of course. Now it's kind of getting old. Sorry about that, people. My throat's been a little itchy lately. Yeah, the reason why I put Amistar on the list, I don't know why my fucking wallpaper went there, but not Amistar, Spiritomb, because, it collects like 666 kind of souls. I know it sounds satanic and all that shit, the 666 thing, but I don't give a shit. It's still fucking awesome as hell, by the way. Sorry about that. I thought I heard some noise. Some people get a little paranoid sometimes. I don't know what it is. It's just weirdness that happens. But yeah, other than that, I was just looking at my clock thing over there too. The reason why I put Spiritomb on the list, he's able to collect souls and steal it from Pokemon and shit like that. And he was abandoned for being evil and distortion. He came in the same generation with Giratina, so I'm surprised I wouldn't be surprised he was in a distortion world like Giratina was. This thing is a huge ass threat. Imagine this thing in reality. It would steal and kill and murder, destroy the living shit out of humanity if this thing was running about and running amok ruckus. There's probably some Japanese mythology that goes a lot with Spiritomb, so you could look more information on it yourself. The last two things are extremely powerful is Dark and Ghost. Obviously, it was one of the types that was really nerfed once X and Y came out when fairy types were introduced. So this thing is no longer a threat, thank God. Him and Sableye were extremely difficult to fucking defeat, I'm not gonna lie. I rage quit like a motherfucker every time I used to play Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Every time I had to fight Cynthia Spiritomb, this thing gave me a huge ass fucking headache, I'm not gonna lie. Every time I did that fucking pain split, that's the thing that annoyed the fuck out of me. And a lot of people, it feels NU tier. If any people do competitive battle, you know what I'm talking about. This thing was a little bit of an annoying fucking threat. Unless you, especially put like maybe a life orb on it, it's probably gonna be a lot worse. That's why it's number 4 on the list. Number 3 on the list is gonna be a little bit weird for some people. I put them on there anyways. I put Slacky on the list, the Hoenn 3rd generation Pokemon. The reason he's on the list, I know he has that shitty ass ability Truant, but it really pays off once he's able to attack. Besides him using Slack off as a recovery.